Scout.
Oh, we actually have everything in this area. We're just missing the path to the next area. Well, that's nice. It's good. I like that. Much better. Unlike all the other areas that we're still missing 1 or 2 treasures in, we just can't find. Yeah, I was about to head that way, but I'm like, wait, no, that's the lake road. We don't need to go there.
I'm not one to go easy.
Right, got that win.
You better be ready.
Actually, you guys move a lot faster than you look. No, Rokuro, stop being dizzy. Can't believe it took me that long to figure out how to say the word. Because they're Therians, so when Velvet eats something, she Therianizes it. I kept saying like theorize or just not getting it correct.
I think I finally got
Used to what?
Used to what? Your powers. I think I finally got a handle on them in a way that feels right.
That's good. Hopefully you won't faint anymore.
Yeah, and I'll keep learning too. I hope we can make this work out.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Hey! When you and Eleanor made your pact together, she gave you a true name, right? Was it a good one?
True name? What's that?
It's a special name in the ancient tongue given to a Moloch as a necessary step in forming a pact with a human. I gave Bienfu the name Fushicast. It means thing.
That's pretty messed up.
It's just my own little way of showing affection.
So what kind of name did you get, Laphicet? What's the matter? She didn't give you a really weird name like Magulu gave Bienfu, did she? If you're not happy with it, I can talk to Eleanor about it later. So go on and tell me.
I'm fine with it. And I can't tell you anyway.
Well, you don't have to get so worked up about it.
A true name is not something a Moloch just casually divulges to others. They carry a special meaning to us. Speaking it to anyone other than our Pact Keeper carries a special meaning. Between comrades, it means we trust them with our lives. In other cases, it's
Practically a confession of love!
You could have said something sooner, you know.
Laphicet's at a delicate age. You should be more careful in the future.
Oh, really? It's just another way of showing affection.
Ah, yes, the true name. Gee, I wonder what Laphicet's true name is, huh? There's no possible way we can figure that out. Oh, hey, you guys are traitors. Here we are, Aldina Plains. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Dragon.
That's gotta be be the demon Tabitha wanted us to know about.
It's flying free, but could it still be a Therian?
I just felt an Earth Pulse point. It's that way, somewhere near the top of that mountain.
Let's check it out.
Oh gosh.
I'm ready for this.
Normal wyverns, not the legendary variants. Oh yeah, I forgot about that move. You don't fight that many dragons, so don't see it a lot.
That's the end for you! What an easy victory.
I am invincible!
Beelzebub earrings. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of new gear. Yeah, I recognize this area. Nice and big and happy. Except for the fairies. I don't like the fairies. Weird that the fairies count as the dopest, but you know, whatever. I mean, to be fair, most of the enemies, as I was looking through the bestiary, I noticed actually have different categorizations.
Victory is ours.
Or like multiple categorizations, I mean. So this one's armored, but it's also a bird, and it's also a fish, or something like that. You know what I mean. And I was like, oh, jeez.
Here I come.
I see what the thing was. Oh yeah. So how do I do that? Just left stick and triangle? Should do shell splitter? Let me see. No, it's just swallow dance. Yeah, I don't know. Can't figure it out. That's weird.
You'll be rust on my blade.
Well, that about does it.
Easy peasy squeezy. This leads back to the Gaius Lake Road, so I just want to check what was over here. Oh my gosh, really? I mean, I guess I can explore this place on my own time. Like after the stream ends. Granted, after the stream ends, I'll be watching the Nintendo Direct, but maybe after that. So I know I mentioned I was playing Trials of Mana, but I feel like I should have mentioned something else. Oh, Super Mario 64, that's the other thing. I was playing a ton of Super Mario 64 over the last in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars game. I think I mentioned before that I think it's really fun. I bought that because I really wanted to play Sunshine for the first time ever. And yet, that's the game I've put the least amount of time into. Yeah, I did mention this before. Yeah, so getting back to 64 was a lot of fun. I finished the game. For the last Bowser fight, it was really hard to throw him into the bomb the third time when the stage becomes star-shaped. It's really hard to do that.
Even a short weapon is effective up close.
Granted, it was always like that. I remember back when I first played the game on the N64, I had trouble with that too. Nailing that Bowser throwing. Not an easy thing. Also, there's a Code Red Demon here. Awesome. We'll fight that one off after we're done with whatever's on top of the mountain. Yeah, I'll just leave that to CPU to pull it off since I can't pull it off to save my life.
Well then, let's move on.
Well, let's say, how do I know this is the way I'm supposed to go? Oh, right, because it's the only way not blocked off. I can't go to the other areas yet. They want us to take care of the giant dragon thing first.
Come on, really?
It's every single time that I see.
Be sure to stay with me. Right. You've got my...
If I'm in it.
I'm up.
Every time I see people playing, talking about Tales of Arise, I'm like, please stop.
Yeah, I can really feel the Earth pulse now. It's up above.
Guess we're in for some.
I'm so
mountain
jealous. Some people already put like 30 or 40 hours into it. I think some people finished it. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't seen anyone that I know on my Twitter, like anyone I follow, say that they finished it. The only thing I saw is that someone said that they thought they were done, but I'm like, oh no, it's still going. And I'm like, that's good. That's a Tales of tradition, honestly. Well, I say a tradition, but I feel like the old games did it more. Because Symphonia and Abyss reach a point where it's like, this is definitely the end of the game. And then it's like, nope, it's not. And I'm like, what? Like, there's still some more action to do. Berseria, I don't really think I can say that since it's divided into 3 distinct arcs. Yeah, the story of Berseria is very nicely divided. Final antagonist is really weird. In a good way.
No Therian and no barrier.
I must have gotten it wrong again.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. That dragon could well have broken its barrier. Or it might have been too powerful for the Abbey to subdue.
You could be right. After all, dragons make for the strongest demons.
The problem is, we don't know if it's a Therian or not.
Yeah. Let's stick with the plan and head to Stonebury to gather more information.
Am I the only one here who thinks the real problem is how we're supposed to fight a frickin' dragon?
I can't wait to take a good look around. Whoa, now that's what I call a view.
I agree that it's beautiful, but don't leap about so much. You'll fall. I can sense many earth pulses under this place.
I figured you'd notice that. An intricate web of earth pulses crisscrosses the land under the Aldina Plains. Mountains like these would normally take tens of thousands of years to form, but these popped up in about a millennia.
So the earth pulses have affected the land?
Exactly. Long ago, people wielded arts that allowed them to manipulate the earth pulses and control the very land itself.
How could arts like that exist?
Perhaps they pushed against key points on the earth pulses? Like how acupressure can improve a person's blood flow.
That's a rather forced comparison, but you may be right. Either way, those arts have been lost for eons.
I'm impressed, Eisen. You know a lot about everything.
Not at all. There's so much I don't know. For example, the name of these flowers. That's why I travel. To learn.
Aldina alabaster grass.
That's the name of this flower?
Yes. A long time ago, my brother showed me a picture of it in one of his books. They're fragile flowers. They die quickly on their own, but if enough of them gather together, they can survive. Fields of them form beautiful white carpets of flowers. In some cultures, they symbolize kinship, the bonds between people.
Kinship. Huh.
I'll remember that. You and your brother taught me something new today.
I'll never forget either.
That was nice. That reminds me, there's something I wanted to bring up in the last few skits that we've been watching, because we've been seeing a lot of skits this stream. Yeah, there we go. Eleanor gets a title for running around. And Eisen, no, it's Magilu gets one for spending money, and I think Eisen's the one who gets it for earning money? I could be wrong. Either way, I was going to say that the skits, if you could notice, there's sometimes where the skits, the subtitles are not actually what the characters are saying. Like, you can clearly hear what the character says, but for some reason the skits, like, it has the wrong word in it. I didn't notice that on my first playthrough until I beat the game. It was like the skits towards the end of the game and at the post-game had a lot of spelling errors and just errors in general. And I was like, this is weird. I wonder why this is. And I don't know. Ultimately, if you just listen to what the characters are saying, then you can understand them. But the subtitles are not always completely correct. I've seen a lot worse examples, though. So, I mean, it's no big deal. Like, I mean, fucking hell. Chris Tales, I hate to go back to harping on that game, but it needed like another week or two in Q&A. Maybe more. Once again, the game is horribly, horribly optimized. Load times are shit. Terrible. But beyond that, I mean, there are times when the dialogue prompt comes up for a character, for voice acting, and the character, what they say is completely, entirely different to what the prompt says. Like, at the end of the day, it's saying the same thing, but in a whole different set of words. Most famously, I ran into an issue where I think the character was on screen. The character on screen was saying something, but like they said, like it was like one sentence was the text, but they spoke for like 3 or 4 sentences, and they kept going. Then I hit next on the button to open the next dialogue prompt, and it was the rest of the sentences, and then the character repeated all of it again. And I was like, okay, hold on, what the hell is this? On a lesser example, I've also been playing a lot of Dark Deity, again because I need to finish the game again.
You won't get any pity or compassion.
I want to get all the achievements, all the Steam achievements. Where are we going? Okay, I see. We'll go to the first exit. I want to get all the Steam achievements, and that game has, once again, the support conversations like in Fire Emblem. But some of them have a little bit of an issue. Because, like, they don't have full voice acting like Fire Emblem. They have character reactions. It's like a character will go like, huh, or okay, or that's cool. You know, like stuff like that. And so for the support conversations, if the character's saying something like, oh, I didn't know that, that's interesting, then the voice acting will be a little prompt of the character saying, oh, okay, or you know, something like that. Those little blurbs of dialogue. Awakening, Fire Emblem Awakening had that same thing. It didn't have full voice acting.
Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
In other words, the rest of her is fair game.
Not unless you really want to get hurt.
The issue with those supports is for some of them in Dark Deity is that sometimes it's a male character talking to a female character, and the male character will say something, but then it'll be the audio of the female character going, oh, okay. And then vice versa. The male character will sound like the female character. And of course, it's not even specifically genders. It's also just characters. Like two male characters talking to each other. One of them saying something, but the voice that comes up, you're like, well, that's the voice of the other guy. You know, stuff like that. It's a weird little error. But ultimately, like, blurbs are a lot less impactful than repeated dialogue in Chris Tales and just everything else about Chris Tales. The further I get away and the more I think about that game, the more I'm like, this wasn't good. I wasted a lot of my time playing that game.
Really?
And I wonder what the, like, overall opinion was of the game online, like, for reviews. Like, I did a quick Twitter search of the hashtag, just for hashtag Chris Tales, just to see if I could find any general opinions. And most people seem to be happy with it, playing it, which, you know, okay, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're not supposed to enjoy it, but, like, it's interesting. 225. I do not have that many.
Time to dish out spanking.
There's an ability I just thought of that I wonder
Really?
if it exists in this game. Oh. Soma Volcano. So that's 2 completed areas. A volcanic island whose eruptions are triggered by the emotions of those who sail near it. Tales tell of a forest made entirely of gems near the heart of the island. In Zestiria, doing Mystic Arts also, I don't know if it was called the Blast Gauge, I doubt it, but I think they also drained a certain amount of something that you needed to build up to use them. But there were certain weapons and equipment that made it so if you did special things, like a longer combo or something, then the Mystic Art would actually cost less to perform. So I'm just wondering if they have something like that in this game. Maybe there's an ability that makes it so they don't take that much. But maybe not. Because it's 3, 4, 5 for the level 1, level 2, level 3, and then 5 for the tag teams as well.
Hey, is everyone
everyone all right?
The crew is all fine and dandy. We're not dead yet. I believe this is Stonebury here, and then down there is like a cave dungeon that I kept avoiding for most of the game because I wasn't sure how to get into it. Yeah, I was right. There are 2 dungeons here. I think one of them you go to for the story. I could be wrong, but there was one of them I could never enter. I think it was blocked by Exorcist for a while, and then once the Exorcist finally left, it was still blocked. I think I eventually did go through it and pick stuff up. There's some little dungeons or ruin areas that aren't story important. Not much. I know one of these is a forest. I think the one up there is a forest that I think we have to go into. And the one down below is a cave that I don't think we have to go into. I'm pretty sure this is also the area where we get the Geo board. At least this is the one where they definitely wanted to give it to you, because look how wide this spot is. It's a lot bigger than any of the previous locations in the game in terms of just the expanse.
Move it or die. No
Let's see. Is that down? Is red good or bad for stats? I don't remember. In Trials of Mana, blue is good, red is bad. I'm sure what it was for this game.
You're just lucky I made it quick.
Okay, I think the snake bite just got mastered. Alright, here we are. Next town. Stonebury. I actually really like this place for one. Once again, silly and unexpected reason. Like, I'm like, wait, I like this place? What's going on? This is probably the stream with the least amount of talking from me, just because of all the skits.
All right. If I were a Bloodwing, where would I be?
We'll start at the inn. It only makes sense.
I was on my way home from a trip to Logres, crossing the Aldina Plains, when I saw it. Rain was pouring as if from buckets, and the wind was so strong I could hardly stay on my feet. From the vast darkness of the sky, a monster of tremendous size descended, like the essence of the storm itself.
A huge flying demon?
At that moment, a group of exorcists leapt out from their hiding spots and began to battle the demon beast. But it met their swords with its fearsome horns, and a swipe of its tail threw the noble exorcist's back.
Horns and a tail?
Where did the demon go?
I couldn't tell you. I was so frightened, I ran away and never looked back. I hope the Abbey can get rid of it, but the beast took out 3 exorcists with a single blow. Come to think of it, another person was there too. He faced the demon and told it to stop.
Zaveid.
If you're going to the Aldina Plains, you'd better be careful.
An old dragon coat called Tintagel? I wonder if that's supposed to be a reference to something. Oh, how did fucking Eisen know it was Zaveid? I think you're supposed to talk to these people in the order that you pass by them. I don't know why I went to the last guy first. I was just like, I don't really want to talk to 5 people again. I've been spending enough of this stream listening to nonsense. Okay, blueberries,
What are you gonna do
jam,
with that? I'm going to feed them tonight.
chicken.
What? You know, it sure will. Actually, we always feed. What are you gonna do with her? Tourists are coming from the
Purple
capital
eggs.
again, right? Maybe you've thought this out. You know what they'd make,
Purple
right?
fried eggs,
Purple fried
purple
eggs,
omelets.
Purple omelets. Purple
I think
egg
purple's a
fried
pretty
rice.
interesting
Ooh.
color.
Hey, would you want to eat a purple omelet? Strange things, Sal, right? You don't have to be so mean just because you can't think of a better idea. Oh, sorry. Here, let me help you. Fine. Go catch a whole barrel full of jewel beetles. If we feed them to my chickens, we'll get eggs with yolks like shining jewels. I really wouldn't want to be your chickens, but... okay.
What a carefree village.
But you know, this is what really makes humanity amazing to me. Attempting the impossible. Reaching for the stars, just as a matter of course.
Aye. Though we may stumble countless times on our way, we can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Attempting the impossible, huh?
That's all well and good, but there are some lines that should never be crossed. Purple eggs. Blech.
I don't know, Magalu. Purple sounds interesting to me. Stay healthy, my precious flock. Because like, I remember when I was younger, they had a. They went nuts with the stuff that they were advertised, and they were having like colored ketchup, and they had like all these wacky '90s commercials about it. It was like blue, green, and purple ketchup. I remember we got like one of each. And I swear, I think just because we were younger, we thought they actually changed the flavor of it. They didn't. They were a lot of fun though.
Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. They all grow in abundance around Stonebury. We even have a fairy tale about it. One day the ground was covered with so many fallen berries, they all became stones.
Stoneberries. Is that how the town got its name?
The spelling has changed some, but yes. Berries are an important part of this village. We harvest local berries to make jams, pastries, gels, and all sorts of sweets.
Berry-flavored gels. I've never had one.
We've exported our jam and fruit for a while now, but our raspberry gels are still being perfected.
Aw, rats.
Are the vegetables growing in that field special too? I don't think I've ever seen anything like them before.
You've got sharp eyes. But that's right. They're a rare species of wild potato. They're red and they're called radish bells. We discovered them in the mountains nearby. Sadly, the potatoes are actually highly poisonous.
Really? They look so good.
They do. But the skin and the sprouts are toxic. If you aren't careful when removing them, it's Poisonville for you. Deadly poison aside, they're sweet, fluffy, and go great with butter. And when they're fried nice and crispy, they're the best.
So just skin them and sell them. What's the problem?
Yes, we've thought of that, but the way they are now, you have to peel off quite a bit before you get to the edible part. Peel one as big as your fist, and all you get for your trouble is a bit of meat the size of an egg yolk. That's why we're selectively breeding them. One day, they'll have only a thin layer of poisonous skin.
Why not breed them to get rid of the poison altogether?
With no poison, bugs will eat them, and they'll be more vulnerable to cold and heat. With potatoes, as with people, getting rid of everything harmful isn't always for the best.
She's got a point. Anyway, still 2 people to talk to. I think there was one guy who talks about ale or something, and they get Zaveid. I mean, not Zaveid. Eisen, or is it Roker? I think it's Roker. Are like really excited about it, because of course he is.
Stonebury hasn't had much luck growing just yet, but this pioneer town has a lot of potential.
It's very small.
Trees grow well here, and the lumber is of great quality. Oh, we're also close to the quarries, so stone isn't a problem. As long as the demons are contained, this country will rebuild. the need for stone and lumber will soar. Best of all, this area is quiet, has beautiful lakes, and is a perfect place for a craftsman like me to work.
It has really good
Why settle for
positioning. That's what it
anything
sounds
less?
like.
I do feel that you might be a bit short-handed here. It's hard to build without manpower.
You're right. We need something to attract new settlers. Maybe some sort of specialty item?
Is there any fruit or vegetable that can only be found around here?
There is a type of potato called the radish bell that we grow, but it's got a few,
Heard about it.
If you want to attract people, you should just ring a bell. Come to Stonebury, where the money grows on trees.
a bell tower, huh? That might actually work. We can even use local stones for the bell. The Stonebury Stone Belfry.
It won't work.
Huh?
Try hitting a rock. Doesn't
Got a
work.
point.
Ah, how could I have missed that? I'm still such a novice. My master taught me better than
Oh,
this.
he's the apprentice,
Before you
right?
build. That's what he always said.
I didn't notice his name at all until just
Not
now.
Sully his name.
He talked about making a bell, though. Ah, here it is. The bell. Isn't that amazing? That bell is very important. Very, very important. So important.
Water around here is ideal for producing wine and spirits.
Yeah, I thought so.
I've
This
been
guy
thinking
talking about
about
getting drunk and
fermenting
high or
something
whatever. I don't
new.
know. I don't know the terminology. I don't do
This
it.
region's specialty is berries, so a berry wine?
But the chilly air and level of humidity here should be just right for making an amber draft, don't you think?
Considering the geography around here, the water must contain a high mineral content. If you use it to make a rice wine, the taste will be unique.
I've considered all those options, but I must create something that can surpass my greatest rival, Sleeping Princess.
But that's nearly impossible to make.
Exactly. Not an easy task, to say the least. Sleeping Princess is made by filling an emerald cask with water from an enchanted mountain spring and sitting it in direct sunlight for 7 years. The water's magic causes it to change color each year. When it reaches the same deep green hue of the cask, it's ready.
Solar fermenting, huh? It won't be easy to surpass a marvel of the winemaking world like Sleeping Princess.
True, but I've finally found it. The ultimate stone.
A gemstone? Will you make a cask from it?
That would just make it an imitation. No, what I found can only be called a natural rock filter.
You're filtering wine with a rock?
Deep in the heart of these mountains, I found a stone that absorbs liquids. I tried using it to filter a berry wine. The taste of it was unbelievably crisp and bright. It preserved the luscious richness of the berries while adding a clarity that left me breathless. I call it Pure Land wine. There is no better.
May I have a taste?
My apologies, but it took me 10 years to make a single thimbleful. I drank that thimbleful for my tasting. It'll be about 50 years before I can make a decent batch. I doubt I'll see a full bottle in my lifetime.
50 years, huh? Meet you back here then?
I've never been so glad not to be human.
Ah, yes, I remember that conversation. A 50-year dream, a moment of glory, a cup of spirits. I wish you a long and fruitful life. Maybe one day my grandkids will pour out a drink for you in my place. Wait, what did he say? Thorny forest. Okay, I see. Yeah, just a lot of talk about drinks and shit. Windman is in here, right? There he is.
Zaveid.
Well, hello, sailor.
Are you waiting for someone?
Nope. Just saying a prayer for someone.
Someone?
Let's go. Clearly, there aren't any bloodwings here.
You're just going to leave? I'm right here.
Everybody has times they need to be alone.
Fee.
Right. Coming. What do you think he was praying about?
Well, for one thing, he was drinking a bottle of Thorny Forest.
Oh my. The drink you share with your special someone when you're going to be married for life! How romantic!
But getting your hands on that stuff is no small feat. I can only hope I'll get a chance to taste it someday.
That must have had an important meaning for Zaveid. That's why you left him alone.
Don't read too much into it.
You're Velvet, right?
Ah, you must be the one who's seen the demon we're after. We saw a big snake-looking dragon fly over on the way here. Is that what you saw too?
Yes, that's the one. It nests at the top of the mountain in Aldina Plains.
We went to look ourselves. No dragon.
It only returns to its nest on rainy days.
Rainy days, you say?
Oh, just look at what you went and made the weather gods do. This doesn't bode well. Not at all.
Thanks. We'll give it another shot.
East Labon Tunnel. That's probably the one that is part of the Rokuro mission. That's probably the one that's here. And that is the one in the forest dungeon, which I think we will have to do, quote unquote. I'm not sure. Possibly. Maybe. We've been streaming for 4 hours, 3 o'clock. Wait, what? 4 hours? Okay, I was about to say 3 hours and 44 minutes, which is almost 4 hours, but it's not 4 hours. More important than that.
Hey there. Our meeting like
Oh,
this
not
must
one
be
of you
providence,
again.
Meow.
We're in a hurry. Save it, cats.
All the better, Meow. I've just stumbled upon a perfectly nifty piece of stone just for you. What's it for?
That's not a geoboard, is it?
Bingo! I dug it out of some ruins, Meow. They were made by Norman Meowny years ago for surfing along Earth pulses, but I can't use it, so I figured I'd pawn it off on someone else who could, Meow.
Wait, Norman made this? That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Don't be so mean. We're capable of exceptional things. Sometimes. When a Norman speaks their own name, the fort springs to life and whisks its masters away at top speed. They'll even plow right through weak demons. You can say it's our masterwork, even if we sorta stumbled on it by accident.
Huh. Well, then I apologize.
So we can ride this as long as we have Bienfu with us, right?
Well, kind of.
Do you have to use your true name to activate it?
Not my true name, no. My Norman name.
Wouldn't that just be Bienfu?
No. Norman have a separate name that goes something like Norman so-and-so. It's almost more a title than a name. Often the name has something to do with what they're good at. Something like attack, or chain, or aqua.
Right. You could say names like Bienfu and Grimoire are more like stage names. I actually don't know Bienfu's Norman name, but I can't wait to find out.
What is your name, Bienfu?
Come on, out with it. We're in a hurry.
Norman Brave. Whoa, look at that!
Wait, Bienfu.
Your Norman name is Brave?
That is so deliciously absurd!
Why do you think I've never told you before,
At least the board works, meow.
And if we get on this board, it'll move us around?
Well, about that. The board propels itself by pushing against Earth pulse flows. To do that, the board needs information on the flows. But this one here's a completely blank slate, meow. First, you need to find the geotrees in each area. They serve as a conduit between the surface land and the Earth pulses, meow. Once you've actually located a geotree, you can record that area's Earth pulse data into your geoboard, meow.
Got it.
This area's geotree is right over there, meow.
Alright then. So long as we find more geotrees, we'll be able to use the geoboard to travel much more quickly.
I totally forgot about the Norman names. Because in Zestiria, that's what their names are. Their names are... Each of them has a name for the attack, for the specific quality? The I don't know what the word is, but like the status that they can inflict or mess with or whatever. Like attack. If you have attack as the main Norman set in an area, then the weapons in that area are more likely to have the attack attribute on them, which increases their attack stat by a few values. Attribute, that's what I was looking for. There's also a Norman named Defense, a Norman named blah blah blah, like everything. Even for status effects and stuff, they have specific names. Forgot, right, so his would be Brave. That's funny. All right, I have the Geo board that has Magulu's Guardian on it instead of the basic one.
Well, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to ride, too.
I could get used to this.
I'm so worn out. I feel like I had to sprint the whole way here.
Huh. Seems like operating the board saps a lot of energy from Bienfu.
Even still, this board gives us a strategic advantage. Brave here will just have to bear a little exertion now and then.
Yeah, Brave. Buck up.
I believe in you. Be brave.
Ah! Stop calling me that!
Sucks to be Bienfu, huh? But yes, now I can make those jumps in dungeons that I couldn't before. Oh, and a quick teleport, nice. So yeah, I remember when I first got it, I'm like, it doesn't feel all that faster. But it definitely does. It's not like incredibly lightning fast, but, you know. What can you do? I was gonna say, where do we have to go? Right, we need to go back to... Actually, let's go down this way since I didn't come from this way. Apparently you can have different versions of the board. The only alternate version I've gotten is this one with the Guardian on it. I didn't know that's what it was. I just knew I had an alternate board. I wasn't sure what it was until just now. So I can grab more or get more from I don't know where. Maybe the ship or just exploring. Either way, it's nice. Hey there, you. Yeah, and if you're over a certain level, like the tutorial said, using the board will just instantly kill them. Of course, you don't get any EXP from it, because why would they make it easy? I guess ultimately it comes out to that the enemies are so weak that even if you did fight and kill them real quickly, the EXP would be inconsequential. So it's like, we'll just delete them for you until you can run into something a bit more intense. So I think the bird is supposed to be here. There it is.
Woo, it's a biggie.
Level 50. And it resists everything that Aizen can pull off, so that's nice. Oh. So he's like, see, you resist this. Aizen, you're like 90% wind and earth. Let's get someone in here who isn't. If Laviset wasn't in my party, I could do the tag team Mystic again. But since he is, I can't. There we are. I was just waiting till I could actually break its guard and start hurting it. $8,000. Leave it open for you. There we go.
Whew, I thought we were done for.
Yeah, not bad at all. Lizard tail steak. Don't worry, it's not from anyone you know. That's funny. Ride like the wind, Geoboard. I forget if we actually have to fight the dragon. I think we do. Oh, they folded. Died immediately. Ooh. Gimme. Man, that cat box over there was like 200 and something. I'm not even at 100 anymore, so... I'm just gonna have to keep skipping cat boxes for a while to build up again. The prices of those frickin' cat boxes increased by a ridiculous amount real quickly.
Was that supposed to be
A joke? Yes. Yes, it was. Aizen, were you laughing? I wasn't.
Don't get careless.
Sure is a quick way to get behind them.
You thought I'd stop there? Annihilate it?
40 hits, 20,000 damage. That felt good.
Nothing can stop these fists.
Hexa Strike. It's like Eleanor learned a little something, huh? May have to stop streaming soon. Well, not soon, but because the direct is at 6. But I would like to not be in the middle of eating when the direct airs, So probably by 5 o'clock, I definitely shouldn't be streaming anymore. It's maybe 4:30. That means another hour. We'll see. If I can make it to at least 4 p.m., I'll be fine. We'll see what happens. 4:30 at the latest. Yeah, there it is. Really cool looking with all the dark wing energy things coming off of it. Real cool looking dragon.
It looks so deadly. And just check out how much malevolence it's putting out.
Which means it's not a Therian.
Let's retreat. We've got no reason to pick a fight with something we can't handle.
I do.
Oh, you're up for it?
What? What are you doing? She's right. Fighting this creature is a good way to end up dead. Oh, sorry.
For once, Velvet's the one with a sane head.
No turning back now.
She's like, hang on a second. Shenglong.
Damn it, this wasn't part of the plan.
Resist water, earth, and wind. Is weak to fire and physical attacks. Level 74.
Yeah, but training like this doesn't come around every day.
Be on your guard. One wrong move and you're done for.
I know, that's the fun part.
Yeah, I don't think we actually beat this thing till much later. I actually don't know if we ever beat this thing. I'm thinking about when it comes back, and I don't remember how that situation ended. Unfortunately, I don't think Aizen ever learns any fire moves, which is the one thing this thing is vulnerable for, but you can punch it. Ooh, not bad.
Yep. This one definitely puts up a better fight than your average demon.
Is there any hope of actually defeating this thing?
I'll do whatever it takes. That's my way. Zaveid! Yeah. I see you're out for blood, as usual. You knew, didn't you, Aizen? Out of my way.
What? Are you protecting the dragon?
She's not a dragon!
Huh?
Back off, or I'll make you back off. Damn, it got away! That hurts, babe. And here we hadn't seen each other in so long.
Hold it. Is that dragon someone you knew?
I told you, she's not a dragon.
So, it seems old Check Out My Pecs and the dragon have some kind of close ties.
Did I hear you right? We're talking about a dragon here.
I know what I said.
But how could that be?
When Malakim are tainted by malevolence, a dragon is what ultimately results.
So you're saying that dragon was a Moloch Zaveid once knew? She must be who he was praying for back in town.
Yeah, most likely.
But do Malakim put out malevolence like humans do?
No, not by themselves they don't. But if one remains in contact with humans or demons who do, it will eventually taint her, and she will become a dragon.
What about you, kiddo? You feel anything weird after you got thrown into the Earth Pulse at the Empyrean's throne?
I did, yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised. The air there was thick with malevolence being sent on its way to Enominat.
If I'd stayed there, I might be a dragon too.
Is having a vessel not enough to prevent a Moloch from transforming?
A vessel can reduce the effect, but not eliminate it. By stripping their Malachim of consciousness, the Abbey exorcists seem to be able to inhibit the transformation. But nothing in this world is guaranteed.
Can a dragon ever be changed back into a Moloch?
Nope. Just like with demons, there's no going back.
Do they still hold on to some part of who they were?
You saw that dragon. What do you think?
Well, that's...
But Zaveid still won't kill it. Must be his creed at work.
Eisen, listen. Whatever business you and Zaveid have with that dragon, I don't care. Do what you have to. But I won't tolerate you getting the rest of us involved in it again. Do I make myself clear?
You've got it.
Good. Now, let's get back to the Therian hunt. We'll regroup in Titania.
If what Eisen said is true, then could I wind up as a dragon someday? Or Eisen too?
I don't know.
Funny that you say that. Gosh, I wonder how it would be playing this game first. Like, I always have that reaction with games that are sequels or prequels to each other. I always wonder how it is playing them out of release order. I was gonna say intended order, but people get real pissy about intended order. So I played Zestiria first, as 99% of people probably did. If you had big interest in, if you just like Tales of games, because they release in the order of Zestiria first and Berseria, chances are you probably played Zestiria first. So you already know that Eisen, of what happens to Eisen. But I just wonder how it is if you flip the script. That's like why I'm so interested. A good friend of mine bought Xenoblade 2 because I recommended it to him, and he loved it. He finished the game. He had some. I asked him kind of vaguely about some thoughts and things that don't make sense because he didn't play Xenoblade 1. He had some theories. I don't remember what they are exactly. But I'm curious as to what he thinks about what he'd eventually think when he played Xenoblade 1. Can I warp to town? Actually, let's look at our equipment. Manage our equipment one more time. I guess she's good with weapons. Actually, yeah, let's go to town to do this.
I'll finish this.
The only downside about Stonebury is that it's very quiet there. I don't think there's any music there.
If you want to live, get out of my way.
Because this place has a shop. So I'm gonna dismantle everything that I have piecemeal as we go through this nonsense. So let's start with weapons. So Velvet mastered everything. Ooh, the Shell Shredder is actually much better than the Snake Bite. Yeah, I'll swap back to the Shell Shredder. So I can destroy all of Velvet's weapons. How about Magulu? Her too. Eisen. Wait, yeah. Yeah, he mastered everything. Laphicet. Yep, everything's good. Eleanor. The Amber Spear and the Warren Spear. Oh, it looks really nice. So. And finally Rokuro. Well, he's still learning. Okay, so Rokuro also. So I can destroy everything except for Eleanor's Amber Spear for the weapons. Good old fun times dismantling equipment. I think the Amber Spear's on the bottom, so it's no big deal. Yep, there we go. Okay, next we're gonna mess with armor. So, this is what, the accessory slot? Yeah, so she doesn't need any accessories, she's good. How about you? Well, you're still earning the earrings. And the Beelzebub earrings. Alright, Eisen? Oh, I can finally give him something new. Oh, multiple things. Laphicet. Laphicet's done. And you. And you. You're done. And now Rokuro. He's still learning his. So I can break all of Velvet's. Laphicet. And Eleanor. Okay. If they showed the mastery here, like, for real, then that'd be nice, but it doesn't. So I need to look at... Oh, I know it does. The stars. I can see the stars. Oh my god, they show up. Okay, so yeah, I can just do that from here. Wow, that makes it a lot easier. You can see the little bars in there. Oh, he has an amber pendant equipped. He already has an exquisite charm that he's learning. He needs that, doesn't need this. Needs a Floric talisman though. Yeah, this is good. Okay, armor, so I can just do this. This is so much better. Yeah, they mastered all their armor. And the girls... Eleanor still needs this. They're all done with the Floric shit. Oh, the blouse. The blouse is good. That's good. Cool. Alright. Let's go. Rings. Rokuro and Eisen have not mastered the Shock Ward, but they have one equipped each, so they're good. And shoes. Wow. Shoes are gonna take a bit. All you guys mastered the Floric boots, I'm just gonna throw them all out. You're all done. Calcite boots. Everybody's done with these too. Amber and battle. Okay, so. Okay. And shoes. Eisen still needs that. They still need that. Still need that. Don't need this one. Okay. And now heels. That's done. Eleanor already got it equipped. Okay. Alright, cool. Got that shit done. That was easy. I love this shit. Reorganizing everyone's equipment. Is she done yet? Oh, she's almost done. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright. That's done. What's this over here? Oh, including towns? Really? So it looks like if I want to do the forest up top, I can just do that whenever. And I might unlock some skits in there. I don't know if that matters. I don't know. I think, should it be fine if I just do it whenever I want? Because the Bloodwings already have the, what's it called? The Code Red enemy that is in there. So I think I can just go in there, find it, and kill it. And that's the only reason that dungeon exists. I'm gonna check down here though, just for the cave, to show that I do believe it is empty. Or like that you can't get in it. Demel Grotto is a den for powerful demons. Entry to this place has been forbidden. Yeah. That's what I thought. I definitely did come back in here at some point later on, though. And let's just go up top and check the forest to see if it's open or not. There's a lot of stuff I kind of want to do on my own. I think I can do the forest on my own. All that matters is the story. As long as I don't progress the story. Same with the side quests. I don't know if I want to do all the side quests on stream. I mean, I could at least like do the resolutions on stream maybe. I've done them all before, but like the steps for it, I don't think I need to do them all. I only did the Lapuset one because it was there. And I'm like, let me just see what it's like. And it's like, alright, yeah, his is just you go around and you try to find items depending on where they are. No biggie. The second one he needs are the Pigal ice caps. We're definitely gonna have to go back to Northgard, probably for the story. That's where the next Therion is, if I'm correct. It's the one up in the ice place. So it's best to check now to make sure that it's actually open over here. Yep. This place is open for business. Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to mark it. Alright, so now I think we just need to head... Where? Oh, return to Titania. Right, and if I want to do the geoboard, I need to find the little points, which are marked on the map, thankfully. Oh, it's madness out here. The more spells and moves that we have, the more crazy the fights look. Good times. Oh yeah, and Aizen has that move. I saw him using it a few times, where he punches the ground and a bunch of chains come out around the enemies. It's really cool.
Its guardian was angry at it.
Plundering Ghost.
Read a guardian's heart? Yeah, sort of.
And was that Magalu mastering the garish pink shirt? Yes, it was. So she can move on to this one. Oh wait, no. It's Eleanor that needs to master her shirt to change to something else. That's a funny way to put it. Master your shirt. Okay. Oh yeah, there was that other area to the other side of the Gaius Lake Road that I wanted to check. Yeah, I could definitely do that stuff off stream. That'd probably be a lot better. It's a good way to level up my party, and I can do a lot more equipment swapping then to master stuff up, so we don't have to waste more time in the middle of streams. I mean, eventually just... what are you doing here and why? Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Circles. Oh, perfect timing, Aizen. I's got a letter for you.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Aizen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Nordals used to be given out by Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you'd find happiness. Oh, so they said. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I describe it?
Something like a quiet radiance?
A quiet radiance. That's perfect!
I think I get it.
I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Aizen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
Hey, that letter Aizen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laffy set is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
It's nothing like that. She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh?
Magilu!
So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Aizen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks.
Ah yes, so this is the start of Aizen's character quest now. So we have Magilu's open, Rokuro's is open, Laffy Sets is open, and now Aizen. Yeah, I don't remember what causes Eleanor's to start, but I have a feeling hers is really late in the game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Scout ship departed.
Either way, it got everyone else done. His is good. Also, this is one of my favorite skits. I probably just remember this one. Cats or dogs?
I saw Benwick and the other crew members get into a serious fight over whether cats or dogs were better. I don't get what the big deal is.
I can't believe you could say such a thing! No conflict is more perilous than the one that has dogged mankind since the dawn of civilization! In the shadow of every war are the battles of dog lovers and cat lovers. Between each side lies a divide, maybe not all that deep, but unbridgeable all the same. I'd say we're lucky that the squabble you saw didn't escalate into anything more serious.
I had no idea it was such a big deal. So what side do all of you fall on?
I am, without a doubt, a cat person. Cats and witches have a long history together.
Personally, I prefer dogs because they can cohabit with humans while following rules. But I like cats too, because they're cute.
What about you, Rokuro?
Shigure likes cats, so I don't. But I like dogs even less. Always wagging their tails for their masters.
I feel the same way. Dogs will trade anything for food. Learning tricks, wagging their tails, getting friendly, and in time, even forgetting to howl.
I think that's too cynical. Dogs make efforts to please humans so that we can live together. They're friendly and compassionate creatures.
Then does that make you a cat person, Aizen?
Actually, I like squirrels best. When I lived with my sister, the nearby forest had lots of nice, fluffy squirrels that would let me pet them.
This isn't about squirrels. It's about cats and dogs. You have to pick a side.
If I had to choose, yeah, it'd be cats. There's something lovable about the way they act, especially when you spoil them. Reminds me a lot of my sister.
What about you, Velvet? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. They don't betray you.
You always have to be so serious, don't you?
So Velvet and Eleanor like dogs, while Magilou and Aizen prefer cats.
And Rokuro doesn't care for either one. That makes you our tiebreaker, kiddo. The fate of this showdown is in your hands.
It is?
Now that you're no longer the Abbey's dog, perhaps you're thinking of being one for Velvet's column?
What has that got to do with anything? We're just talking about which animal we like.
If you're getting so angry over this, he's going to have no choice but to pick dogs.
I just told you.
No more fighting! This is clearly getting out of hand, so why don't you all agree that you're Bienfu people and make up already?
And what makes you special enough to have Bienfu people?
Because I can be loyal like a dog, but also do my own thing like a cat. If you pick me, everybody wins. I don't think it works that way.
That's a great skit. It's probably an achievement for getting all the achievement trophy, whatever. Board spots. Anyway, actually, I think before we head back to Titania, this is probably a good place to call it. It's been about 4.5 hours. I think it's fine. I definitely feel like I spent way more time in skits this time than I did fighting. But, you know, that's okay. They overload you. Next time, I'm sure we'll be heading off to the next Therian, which I'm sure is up north in the snow area. Because there was that whole section that was closed off by the Abbey. I could be wrong, actually. Because I think, isn't that where Mount Kilrouse is too? Or is Mount Kilrouse in a different continent? No, I think I'm right. I think we are going back to Ice Place, to the Figal ice caps and Helivis and all that stuff. And then after that, we go to Westgand? Or wherever the next Therian is. I actually forget where they are, like, on the map. I know who they are and I know the area that they're in, what it looks like. But I don't remember how to get to the areas. But I'm pretty sure we're going back to Northgand for the Snake Therian. Anyway, so while the stream ends here, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to go to the forest and do that dungeon. I'm going to go to the... Can I quick travel wherever I want? Can't go to Titania. Huh. I want to go here to where Rokuro's stuff is at the Labon tunnel. But I don't think I'm allowed to go there right now. Because of my requirement to go back to Titania. So I think I'm probably stuck here. That's fine. Then it's not too bad. It's just a boss fight at the end of the dungeon. So I'll definitely focus on the forest here instead. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stick to the forest. That'll be the one thing I do off stream. And then next stream maybe we'll as soon as I get free reign, then we'll go to the Ladanan caves or whatever, and we'll take on the thing for Rokuro. So yeah, that'll be maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't actually know anymore. It all depends on how I feel. For sure though, this was a good one. This is fun. And then yeah, oh, Nintendo Direct is in 2 hours, so I hope everyone is looking forward to it, and that there's at least one announcement in it that makes you happy and that gets you excited. So I will be recording myself watching it, and I'll put that on my YouTube channel. So the link is on this page as well. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Let's do the thank yous. Termilinium once again for engaging in chat. And then another TTV viewer, Candius. Joint effort. Okay, I thought it said join the effort at first. I'm like, wait, no. Joint effort. And oh, my glasses. Is that Tinarif? There's like a smudge right on the name, so I couldn't tell if that was an I or an L, but I think that's Tinarif. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, hasta.